Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. So Jen and I met again through a pane of glass. I was a commissary manager. She was an inmate. July of 1997. She was 22. I was 34. And back then there wasn't J-Pay and all that, so the inmates actually had to call a landline and had to call collect. And I think that they could speak for 10 minutes or 20 minutes and they could call twice. So I would race to my ex-girlfriend's place. You know, I lived in Virginia at this point, and that house was in Maryland. So that whole Beltway area, if anybody's familiar with that, is a bitch. And I would race to go and get those 20-minute phone calls. And, you know, Jen was totally sober during that time. So I really got to know her. She never asked me for anything as far as giving her stuff for the commissary. She had people putting money on her books. She had friends. And, you know, that's really important to say because I want to jump a little bit, but it's important to say this. So about a year and a half into my relationship with Jen, when she was no longer in jail, I was gifted a lot of money by my dad. I no longer have it, but I was gifted a lot of money by my dad. And it's important to say that Jennifer paid her way. Her work ethics were beyond. I tried to give her an old car of mine, and she wouldn't. She insisted on paying for that car, and she learned how to drive a stick shift. Her mom wanted to meet me, and her mom was 10, 11 years older than me, and a big fan of Jen's exes, not current girlfriends or boyfriends. When Jen had told me that, she said, you know, my mom doesn't like anybody I'm currently dating. So her mom made a point of telling me that she didn't think Jen was a lesbian. So, and my response was, well, she might not be, but she's claiming to be in love with me, and I'm going to go with that. And that was just one of the crazy roads we went through. Check on the link below to hear the whole story. Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.